Hello everyone, welcome back to ZK Adventure. I kid you not, this is the third time I've tried to record ZK Adventure. Walls of CCL before, I've kind of mentioned this already. My headset apparently has a mute button, so I recorded a video of this last night, only to find out that none of the commentary actually recorded because the microphone on my headset was muted. Because apparently there's a button that does that on this thing, so there's that. Um, but that's just one attempt. Well, yeah, that's just one attempt. The other attempt was about a week and a half ago, and I kid you not, though I played like maybe 5 or 6 levels, and every single level except this one, um, I was just ranting on about a bunch of toxic things that happened to me at that time. Clearly, they are not a factor anymore, but I realized after I watched back that video that it was just not a good video to upload, so I deleted it. So essentially, I played this level, the next one, the next like 4 after that, and maybe another one like 3 times, and I have deleted my solutions to every single one of them just because, as I said in Walls of CCL before, it's just to make me think, or yeah, make me think that I haven't played them before, even though I'm admitting that I have. But yeah, so there's that. So if you remember in the last video of this set that I uploaded a couple weeks ago, maybe close to a month ago now, I don't know, you might remember that I mentioned that I gave this a flat-out 1 in CCLP4 voting, because this actually got into voting. And my reasoning for that is actually for a couple of things, and I even noticed them in the attempts that I've had playing this. The first one is this fireball chasing corridor. Once you get to this tile, you have no idea if you should go left or up. If you go up first and you let the fireball go that way, you cook the level, because there is a socket nail to pass the fireball, and you have to open that socket. Otherwise, you can't solve it. Then there's another thing, which is this part. Nothing wrong with this part by itself. I think this is a pretty cool mechanism, to be completely honest. But you have to do this 7 times. And that's just a little bit on the repetitive side. Like, other than just to make the level longer, I don't see a good reason to do this 7 times. Unless it's accomplishing something else in the process, which it's really not. I mean, it is, technically, but still. And then this is the third part that I don't really like about this level, is you have to close the toggle wall, which is a cool idea, but if you don't, you have to get lucky with the timing of the ball reaching the cloner. Otherwise, you cook the level that way as well. Because if more than one ball gets into that corridor, you are pretty much done for. So there's that. Are they good enough reasons to hate the level? Or I don't hate it, but are they good enough reasons to rate it a 1? Probably not. I probably could have gave it a 2 because I did enjoy the initial block pushing section at the bottom, even though it was kind of bland in itself. I still enjoyed it, and the mechanism with the tooth monster was pretty cool as well. But everything else just kind of felt unnecessary. So I guess I could have gave it a 2. A 1 was a little harsh, but I'm not the only one who voted harshly on some levels. So anyway, this is Tank Superiority. I completely butchered the pronunciation for that. I don't pronounce words correctly. That's never going to change. probably doesn't help that I don't have anything to drink with me at the moment, so that's probably an issue I need to take care of later on. Essentially, this is just a tank and pink ball level. It's in some regards like a better version of refraction. Yeah, sorry Zane, I'm comparing this level to refraction. But it's the first thing that makes me think of. This level makes me think of. So, since I played a lot of these levels already, that's interesting timing. I almost don't want to ruin that. But yeah, since I played these levels a few times already, the commentary I had in the failed recording, the one that didn't record my audio, there wasn't anything spectacular about it, so I'm not really going to go into detail like what I said or anything, if I even remember. But I do remember one thing I did talk about, which was the reason why I haven't recorded anything in a while. There were two main reasons as to why I haven't recorded in a while. And the first and probably the biggest reason is because of my current living situation kind of prevents me from recording. And what I mean by it is, it's not terrible. There's nothing particularly wrong with my living situation. It's more or less just everyone is here when I have the time to record, and when other people are in the apartment with me, i.e. my roommates or his wife or his kids, especially his kids, there's just so much background noise that I can't focus on the recording or whatever, or they'll come barging my room like, oh, what are you doing talking to yourself playing a game from the 1990s? That's honestly kind of sad now that I really think about it, but I'm having fun doing it, so screw you. But yeah, so that was the biggest reason. The other one was because I was just in a very toxic place as well. So I just kind of figured the best thing for me to do at this point is just to not record until I feel non-toxic enough to record, if that makes any sense. So those are the main two reasons as to why. Essentially, there were just a lot of arguments that happened with me on Discord a couple weeks ago, and they kind of got the best of me, just mainly because a lot of them, actually all of them, were kind of unnecessary. But they still happened, so I had to deal with them. And the outcome with arguing with people, when it comes to me at least, it's not pretty. I get all shooken up, I get depressed very easily. It's just not fun. So anyway, moving on, since I died. This is Frontline. It's a pretty interesting level. By interesting, I mean it's honestly not that interesting. The mechanism to make this level work is kind of broken. Because if I don't do anything on, like, you probably notice I stayed on the force floors a little bit. Yeah, you kind of have to do that with this level, because if you don't, you can't progress. So that's an issue with the level that I think should be fixed if Zane cares enough to do so. The Force 4 slides aren't long enough for the to make the tooth monster do what the level wants it to do, which in this case is progressing the fireball to so you can get the chip on each side. As for this dodging section, it's pretty cool, but this is another issue of repetitiveness that I have. It's just a little bit repetitive. I honestly feel like this would have been better. That was bad timing on my part. This probably would have been better, honestly, if that was like a room of like a blob or two. Because at least then the dodging room is different each time you go through it. And it keeps you engaged in the gameplay. This is just kind of boring. I know that's probably not the most friendliest term to use, but that's what it is. It's kind of boring doing the same thing over and over again. Especially when the Force 4 slides aren't long enough to make the mechanism work. Like, you have to do that, unless you have the right step, which I don't even know if it's step dependent or not. But yeah, you have to it's just the Force 4 slides aren't long enough. And there's really no reason why they can't be longer. So that's essentially Frontline. It's honestly not my favorite level. I mean, that's probably very obvious, but for a level that probably only exists for the idea behind it, it's pretty cool. And then you have to dodge the balls to get to the exit. Actual footage of the invasion of Normandy, 1944, June 6. Oh, the European date format, my favorite. Frozen over. See selfie for deleted scenes. Yeah, I get the joke there. It's not. Yeah, I don't know if Zane deliberately named this Frozen Over just to make that joke, but I want to say that's not the case. I think it's always been named Frozen Over, even in actual ZK4, not just this set. So that's essentially it, though. It's just a little small navigation maze. I'm surprised the time limit's not strict on it, but it is ZK4, and Zane has taken a different approach in his design style with this set, so can't really complain about that. This level actually reminded me of a level from ZK1 that we played before, which was Frost, I want to say was the name, which was strictly timed and had a more confined aesthetic to it than this. I honestly like that one more than this level, which is kind of surprising. Alright, under surveillance. So I'm actually going to not mute my microphone, but I'm going to turn the game audio off, aka just lower the volume because it was only at like 12. Because this requires stepping on a lot of thieves. Blocks next to dirt tiles have chips under them. 2/3 of all obtainable chips are not necessary. So this is essentially a block and thief level, which you don't really see a lot of, and for good reason. there's not a whole lot, and there's thieves under the rest of them, I presume. There's not a whole lot you can do with thieves under blocks, or thieves and blocks, other than the thief just acts like a wall to the blocks, but not you, which is the only real unique thing about these types of levels. And this is a very interesting approach to him, because you can get 2 out of the 3 chips each with each dirt tile. And I don't know if the hint's inaccurate or not, but you can only get 2/3 of every chip. Because I can push that, okay, and then I can push it back. Cool. But I can only push this one up or the one above me down. And once I do one or the opposite can't be obtained either. So there's that. And there's a somewhat nifty shortcut, I guess. It's not really a shortcut. But yeah, blocks and thieves, it's an underused aesthetic, and I know not a whole lot can be done with it. Okay, you can actually get both chips with this, but still. This one would be kind of interesting to optimize, even though I'm not an optimizer. I can only imagine this would be fun. I would think it'd be kind of fun, because you have a lot of options for what dirt you can clear to make your route faster. Oh, that just leads to another dirt tile. But I don't know, I'm not an optimizer, I can't really say. I can't speak for him. So, that's just my hunch, that's all. Alright, Under Surveillance is complete. Vanishing Act 2. And this is a really clever titling thing, for the record. I'm gonna turn my sound back on because, yeah, I think this is a level I honestly shouldn't have deleted my solution to, because this was a little excessive. And this one uses all appearing walls, by the way. The thing I like about this level is the fact that it uses boots as acting dirt to go with the invisible or appearing walls that this level has, which makes it stand out a little bit more than if it was like dirt or fake blue walls or something like that. So I can definitely give something for that. This one uses all invisible walls. But the paths are a little bit more straightforward. They're not as zigzaggy as the Fireboot one was. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. This one's appearing as well. Yeah, sorry, when I play these, more than twice, I'm not going to have the most interesting things in the world to talk about, even if I haven't recorded or uploaded a video in a while. Okay, come on. Let's get through this. This one definitely zigzags all over the place. But I think the cool thing with this one is it doesn't fill all the space. It doesn't use every single opportunity. And this one's invisible as well. It doesn't use every chance it gets to use every single tile to form the maze. This hint is invisible. Okay. Apparently we didn't see a hint, so let's just move on. Alright, come on. Almost there. There we go. Vanishing Act 2 is done. I think the most interesting thing about the level is the title. Sorry. Alright, falling short. There are 9 suction boots available, but 10 journeys to endure. So this is an interesting level, because upon first glance, if one were not aware this was a Zane level, I can easily see people would think this is like a JB level of some kind because of the open nature of it, because Zane doesn't make a whole lot of open levels like this. And it's pretty cool that this is as open-ended as it is. As for the level itself, I have played this already. The idea behind this level is pretty cool, but I can't help, like, I was sort of disappointed with how the level went. Like, and that's not this, it's not a bad level. That's not saying it's a bad level. Don't think I am saying that. But with the wording of the hint, I was expecting this to be like not a heavy puzzle, but I was expecting it to be a puzzle, if that makes sense. And it isn't really a puzzle. It's just the whole crux of this is really just getting these fireballs loose so they can blow up some bombs, and then you just get the rest of the chips. You have just enough suction boots to get all the chips. Okay, that's probably enough. Yeah. Okay. Then we go through here and get that. And this room right here, I like this room a lot. Like, this looks so cool. Like, the random force floor usage is pretty cool. Like, you kind of think you can make it without suction boots by luck, but there is absolutely no way you can go through that without it. You will always die. And this is what threw me off about the level. It was this chip right here. And with the wording of the hint, I kept thinking that there were fire boots hidden somewhere, and you get that chip with the fire boots instead of a suction boot, therefore you would waste a suction boot to get this chip. That's not the case here. And that's what disappointed me, because I felt like that was a golden opportunity to make this a puzzly level, but that wasn't what it was. Alright, and we're going to use that block anyway to get in there. So wait, can't you just... I'm not chancing that. Sorry, not that far into the level. Alright. And then one more. I don't know, maybe I misunderstood the hint. Like, there's 9 suction boots, but 10 journeys to endure. The journeys made me think, okay, the chips, even though there were 13 in the level. But I don't know. And this part was a little mean. There's thieves underneath these blocks. And I don't know why, when there was just enough space to not make them under the blocks. But that's just me. I did not do that. I am still holding down the down key. Did my window go inactive and it registered the left key? It did that, didn't it? That had to have been what happened. The death happened so quick that I wasn't able to tell if that's what happened or not. That's a little aggravating, considering I was literally one step away from the exit. Or not one step, but I was one objective away from the exit. You've probably been hearing lately that my cat's been meowing more often in my videos than ever. And I don't know why. Just, I don't know. Like, she's just been up my ass lately, and I really don't know why. Like, I don't know if there's something wrong with her. I don't know if living in this apartment has affected her, which that probably is the case. I'm not doubting that at all. But still, it's just kind of annoying. Oh, don't do that. Then we'll let you do your business that way. But yeah, at this point, I don't really know what this microphone will pick up anymore. So yeah, if the meows are heard, then that's kind of why. I assume it's just because the apartment is still affecting her. But I don't know. I can't speak for my cat. So okay, let's hope that this doesn't happen again. Don't forget the red key. And there we go. Falling short is complete. That was an unnecessary second attempt. Just saying. Oh, speaking of second attempts, second chance. This was, I think, the last level I played in the last recording session that I tried to do. This level concept is incredible. Like, okay, it's not incredible. That's a very strong word. Um, the concept is really unique, I guess is the right term to use. So, the meaning second chance plays more than one role in this, which is cool. So you have these formations with these blocks. Every block here, except one, has real blue walls on them. You have to guess which one has the chip. And you get 2 chances on your initial attempt to get it right. However, if you get it both options wrong, you're guaranteed to get it right the second time you play it, which is by definition a second chance. And I love the play on that. It's so cool. I don't know if that was intended at all, but it's just so cool how that works. And I don't remember which ones have the chips, for the record. Apparently I was wrong there. And right the first time, let's just oof on all those just because. Okay, wrong. Right. Right, okay. Okay, so it looks like I was wrong 5 times out of 9. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Alright, so now that we did this the first time, we can kind of establish like where the chips could be at. So this first square, the chip is either on the top or the left. This one is on the top. This one's on the top or the bottom. So there's that. The fourth one right here below me is the same thing as this one up here, either the left or the top. And these two were right and left. Number 7 is either top or right. Number 8 is top or left. And number 9 is the bottom. So that is the bottom. That has to be the top. That is the left. That is the top. That is the left. This was the top. Left and right. And I don't remember what this one was. I think it's the right. No, it's the left. No? Down. Okay. I still could have got it wrong. If you don't remember it right, then yeah, you're going to take more than 2 attempts on this. There are no hot blocks, or are there? I don't know. There are not any hot blocks here, thankfully. This is not hot block party. Oh, that level's great. Not. Alright, second chance is complete. And likewise, in the video I tried to record, or I did record but the audio didn't record, I did end it off right here, and I'm going to do so here as well. So we will take on Light the Way in the next video, and hopefully many more. We will most likely reach level 300 in this set, and we'll only be 50 levels away from beating this, and finally calling this series quits, because this is episode 48. This is by almost as long as my CCLP2 run from like 7 years ago. It's actually gonna. I think it will pass it up. I can't see it not passing that up. That was 52 episodes plus a filler bonus episode for the end when I can actually edit videos at the time. So we will see you guys later, and hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if this video was very lackluster in commentary, but I played all these levels like 3 times. Not Light the Way. I've only played it once, but that was a while back. So see you later.